One of the things I strongly believe now is that we are full of potential. It's not something I always believed, I have to admit. When I first joined the world of work, I had a bit of a bias. I thought that people were either good or maybe not so good. What I've learned turned that upside down. And that's why I say I believe that we are all full of potential. DEIB has gone through a wave. And we know that a wave tends to grow and then crash. Or maybe it's a more gentle wave and it ebbs away. And it's different around the world. Second thing I want to talk about is that DEIB is change. If we take a change lens and a change approach to it, I believe we can be a lot more successful. And the final thing I will share with you today is some strategies from the organizations I've worked with that seem to support DEIB success. And I've been learning along the way. Most models of change help us understand kind of not just what we have to do, but why we need to do it and why we should get on board with it. And I think that's what we kind of missed. So I think where we have a real opportunity is particularly around the desire and the reinforcement side of things. I think we can help our teams understand that they are a part of DEIB. It is for and about everyone. So what we want is to be recognized for the complexity of our individuality, and that means we're not one of these categories on here. We're a whole mix of these categories. Some are more important than others, some are more relevant. Why does this really help for an inclusive environment? What I love about this concept is that it really does connect to the need to innovate. And that's usually a goal for an organization, right? So we're creating that connection between organizational goals and the value of inclusion. Because if we ask those questions, if we share those concerns, if we're allowed to voice our ideas in ways that are not received judgmentally, but with curiosity, then we get to better innovation. It values and promotes difference because we're saying, hey, we want to hear different ideas. We want different perspectives. A lot of my clients will say to me in the conversations we have, hey, one thing that we need here is we need a better feedback culture. And to me, psychological safety is what enables a better feedback culture. If myself or someone else comes in and does this one-off workshop on DEIB, you get a little moment of energy and enthusiasm and interest, maybe even a tiny bit of behavioral change, but it doesn't last. Jonathan, can you come in and do a session with our team members on how to be more inclusive? What I've learned is to say, can I start with your executive team? Because if that modeling is not happening, you can do a whole range of workshops with your team, and what they're going to say to you is, we're not seeing that at the top. So if you have an organization that has regular talent planning, here's a tip. Run a bias workshop focused on talent planning as part of your talent planning session. Because that gets people right in the mode of, okay, what are we doing? Where might there be biases? And how can we do something different today?